I hope you like Empties because you've come to the right place. I have the biggest bin that I've ever had in which to share with you Empties. So, a couple things. If you've watched Empties before, this might be slightly redundant. There's a lot of products that I use all the time, so don't be shocked when you see multiple bottles of the same thing in here. And I also use a lot of the same skincare, and I've used the same skincare in many cases for a very long time. So a lot of my answer to will I repurchase these items is yes, there's a new one going down in my bathroom right now, but I'm gonna talk you through all of this. And there's so much of it, I hardly know where to begin. So hopefully this isn't 5,000 years long, but if you were curious about what I've been using up over the last several months, you are in the right place. Kristen Us Dry Shampoo, 4 bottles here. Love this stuff. It is my favorite dry shampoo. I still love the Living Proof one, and I think if I ever see it go on sale at Ulta, I will buy it. It's about twice the cost of the Kristen Us, which you can find at Target. I was buying their original one, which has sort of a black cap, but on accident once, I bought the Brunette version, and it actually has a hint of a tint to it, so you get 0 white cast. So I think if you have blonde or lighter hair, you might like the original one. But if you've got any sort of depth to your hair, like I do, I mean, my hair has a lot of red in it, and this still works beautifully, gets rid of oil, never feels super heavy, doesn't weigh down anything. Absolutely phenomenal, and I clearly love it. I am not somebody who enjoys putting on lotion. I very much hate it, but I did go through this little Ulta Beauty Watermelon Body Sorbet. I think they've discontinued these. I bought another one because I did enjoy the scent of this so much, and it was one of those ones I could just quickly dip my fingers in and put it on my legs, put it on my arms. It sunk in very quickly. This was a glycerin and shea butter along with some jojoba oil kind of blend, and I really liked this recipe. It's not a food, even though it's watermelon. I liked this formula quite a bit. Like I said, bought a backup, but it was like more than half off, and I think Ulta since discontinued it. So I don't know if they're doing these body sorbets just in different scents or what it is, but I did really enjoy this one because it didn't leave me feeling greasy, but it definitely hydrated, and the watermelon scent was like, if you've smelled any of the watermelon stuff from the Glow recipe, like their face mist, smelled just like this. I do love me a good tea tree sugar scrub. This was their Passionfruit and Guava one. I like this on my legs. I like this on my like heels and feet when I'm doing like at-home pedicures, which I've been doing more of. In the world of COVID right now, I love the scent of Passionfruit. If you want to know what Passionfruit smells like, it smells like the lip tints from ColourPop, the ones that look like they're in the crayon format. Everyone says they smell like grapefruit or grape or strawberry, or I have heard every scent known to man. You're wrong. It is Passionfruit. Pick up a Passionfruit scented item like this and you will definitely recognize. Passionfruit is one of my favorite fruits of all time. I ate like dozens upon dozens of them when we were down in the Dominican back in the day. Like every breakfast I was just like snarfing passion fruit because I love the scent or the taste so much. So it is a scent and a flavor that I know incredibly well, and I really enjoyed this one. I do have a couple other tea tree ones down there because I think I got this. It was like buy one get one free. So I do have one going, but I would definitely repurchase this particular scent. I liked it a lot. Okay, this one kind of breaks my heart. I do have one of these going in my shower right now. This is from First Aid Beauty. It is their KP Bump Eraser 10% AHA. It has pumice stone blended in with this AHA blend. It's meant to exfoliate your arms and help get rid of any sort of like KP. It's definitely something that I struggle with on my upper arms in particular. And this has been a godsend to get rid of that texture, both chemical and physical exfoliation in the shower. I tend to rub it into my arms really well and then leave it on so the AHAs can really eat in, and then shave my legs and then rinse it off. First Aid Beauty has made the decision to start selling in China though. I think that happened last month. They kind of made a somewhat quiet announcement, but they did announce their intent to go into China. So I had already purchased a backup of this that I was using in my shower, but unfortunately, once this is gone, I will not repurchase it. But if you know of any cruelty-free products like this, that is like an AHA plus a scrubbing action, I would be very curious. I will definitely be looking online. Nail polish. This is from Olive & June. This is their top coat. This is one of the best top coats I've ever used. Previously, before going cruelty-free, my favorite was the Essie Gel Manicure top coat. I use that with everything, even non-Essie nail polishes. They did just send me their holiday collection, and that is what is on my nails right now with the top coat over top of it. I will tell you, these nails are 3 days long and I don't even have a single chip on them yet. That's shocking for me. I get gel manicures, and I can have chipping in 3 days. So for these to last as long as they do on my nails this is a shockingly good formula, number one, but this top coat is amazing. It's super, super shiny. It definitely helps extend the length of pretty much any nail polish. I use this with every nail polish that I have in my collection now, so love this top coat. Will definitely be repurchasing it. Face wash. This is from Mad Hippie. This is their cream cleanser with jojoba green tea, macadamia nut oil, orchid extract. I loved this. It had an amazing, amazing scent to it. Like, oh, it's got a light fruity scent that's just lovely, but it's not harsh at all. It's really creamy. It's a perfect second cleanse for me after I use a balm, which we'll just talk about that right now. My favorite cleansing balm is from The Ordinary. It is their instant cleansing balm. This is fantastic. It doesn't leave a film on your skin when you're done. It rinses away cleanly, but it gets off everything, waterproof makeup, glitters, you name it. So this was kind of my go-to combo for a very, very long time. I had planned on repurchasing this at Ulta, but The Ordinary actually sent me the new cleanser that they recently launched. It's a rose gel cleanser, and so I am about a couple weeks into using that one at this point. It's been gone for about a couple weeks, and I do really like it. I think it's really nice. It's a gel versus a cream, but I think both of them have been very nice at not stripping my skin, which is what I don't want that tight, squeaky clean feeling after I use my second cleanse. Really love this, would highly recommend it if you're looking for something that you can buy at a local store. But so far, I've really been enjoying the one from Good Molecules as well, and I think it works really well with their cleansing balm. We'll see if I find another bottle down here, but I have gone through at least 2 bottles. There may be another one hiding in the bin down there. This is my Micellar Water. This is from Lumene. This is their Pure Arctic Micellar. This is a great cruelty-free brand. You can find it at Target. I've also bought this off of Amazon. It's very gentle. It doesn't sting my eyes. It doesn't strip my skin. I like using this in the morning as kind of my cleanser to kind of get off any excess night stuff that's still on my skin. I don't like to wash my face with cleanser and water in the morning. I just use a very gentle micellar. I also use this at night if I feel like I've taken a lot of bronzer down my neck. It's very hard to wash your face and get your neck at the sink. So oftentimes I find my face is like perfectly clean after my 2-step cleanse, and then I still have a little bit of makeup around my neckline. So I will use a reusable bamboo cotton pads I got on Amazon. I've used them for like 1.5 years and they're still going strong. I will link those down below if you're curious, but I use those with this micellar water and I love it. My husband uses this too. Not fragranced, and it also doesn't sting my eyes, which is kind of the 2 criteria that I have for micellar water. This took me a long time to go through. This is just nail polish remover. It was from the Up and Up brand at Target. I don't know if Up and Up is cruelty free. I mean, I would think it would because they're not in China, and I don't think Up and Up is testing on animals. I don't know the answer to that. I'm gonna have to look that up. But I did go through an entire container of this. I have been using, because Olive & June has sent it to me, I've been using their nail polish remover in their little, it's their non-acetone nail polish remover. It's kind of got the one where you like just rub your finger around in the little sponge. I do really like this. I think it does a really nice job of taking off nail polish. So I've kind of used up both of these. This one I primarily used for cleanup of nails when I was, rather than dipping my brush like that I use for cleaning up around the cuticles into here, I was just pouring a little bit of this in a dish and using this to clean up. And then I was also using this to take off like toenail polish. Right now, what am I using? Oh, I actually think I have some pure acetone down there that I used the last time on my toes. It's probably not what I should be using, but this is from Skyn Iceland. This is their Hydrogel Firming Eye Gels with hexapeptide technology. These are great. These frequently go 50% off at Ulta. I had 2 of those in there. In terms of under eye gels, these are the 2 I prefer. These from Skyn Iceland, and when they're half off at Ulta, I will pick up a couple packs of them. They come in packs of 3s if I remember correctly. And then this generic packaging is actually from e.l.f. I'll put a picture up here on the screen of the actual product itself. These are incredibly hydrating, and on any days where I feel like I've just got like a ton of fine lines, or my eyes are looking puffy or dry, or I just look at my under eyes and they look sad and tired, I will pop one of these on, wait like 10-15 minutes, pull it off, and like the whole area is just super plump. I actually prefer the e.l.f. ones even more than the Skyn Iceland ones. Wait until e.l.f. does their 50% off sale, because then these are like a heck of a steal. I don't use these all the time, but they are definitely a tool that's always in my arsenal, because there are days where I wake up and I just feel like I look like death, and these save. Feel like I've got more of these down in the bottom here, but I've gone through several bottles. I know of my Curology niacinamide, tretinoin, and azelaic acid. So this is my prescription strength retinol that I get through Curology. I've used this for over a year. I do feel like it's really helping my skin. This is from Pravanna. This is a color enhancer treatment in brilliant copper. I'm wondering if you can see. Yeah, it's like really strongly tinted. So this is almost going to act like a glaze or a tint to your hair. When my hair has been dull or I haven't made it to the hairdresser and I really needed a massive shot of red to my hair, red fades easily, I feel like my hair is not fighting the red the way that it used to. It's given up, and it now just recognizes that, like, hey, you're gonna be red. You've been dyeing me red for over a decade. You're gonna stay red. But I do like a shot of copper into my hair on a regular basis. And so if I really want to almost act like I've dyed my hair, I will kind of get my hair wet, like lightly damp, and then I will put a ton of this on, and I will leave it clamped in a hair clip and then rinse it off about 20 minutes later, and it's almost like I just got my hair freshly colored. If that is too extreme, I will use this in place of conditioner all over my hair and then just leave it in the shower. I'll do this like almost immediately as soon as I get in the shower, and then shave, wash, do all of the things, and then rinse this out, and then it kind of is just like a little bit of a pick-me-up. You can also blend this kind of 50-50 if you just want a hint of color with a conditioner. I've done that as well. So I love this. I think they make a zillion different colors, but if you are wanting, if you either have reddish hair or are wanting more of a red hint to your hair, this is an outstanding product. I've gone through dozens of bottles of this. This is Ancient. I actually found this before we moved. This was a bottle of Purity by Philosophy. This is so old. It hadn't been opened, so I went ahead and decided to use it anyway. It was a bottle of cleanser. I used to use this for years. Philosophy is not cruelty free. I now find it to be a little bit stripping, but my husband and I use this in the shower with our Clarisonic just to kind of use it up. Definitely not my favorite anymore. I used to use this as my only step cleanser because it actually is not horrible at taking off makeup. It does a pretty good job if you're only going to use a single cleanser, but it's a little too stripping. I feel like now that I found ones that are a little bit more gentle. So we used it up, but obviously not something I'll repurchase. This breaks my heart. So kind of like First Aid Beauty, Neogen has made the decision to start selling in China. This was a brand that I could, from a number of different blogs as well as on their website, had confirmed was a cruelty-free brand from Korea. And technically every product that's made in Korea is cruelty-free. They have like outlawed all animal testing in Korea or in South Korea, but then they sell into China, so then we're in that whole thing again. Neogen started selling into China, unfortunately, because I loved these. This was their Bio Peel Gauze Peeling. This was the wine scent. It didn't smell like wine. It smelled like the most wonderful Welch's grape juice of life. Like, I loved this juicy grape scent. I loved it. Anyway, it was these little round pads, and you would had sort of an exfoliating side, and then you flip it and it had a kind of a soft side, so I would exfoliate first and then flip over. This breaks my heart because I had actually planned on repurchasing another one of these. Whenever I'm repurchasing something from a brand that I haven't bought a lot of in a while, I always double check, and then I found that they had moved into China. So sad face there. I also am about to use up, it's not in here yet, but I'm about to use up the last of my Neogen essence, which I've used for years now. Thankfully, I have found one from a different brand, and we'll talk about that at a different point, but Neogen is going to be a brand that I no longer purchase from. This is another lotion that I used up. I've been trying to force my way to just through the lotions that are in my collection because I realized during the move that I had quite a few, that I'd like been dabbling in all of them, so I've just been like hitting them hard and trying to use them up. I don't enjoy putting on lotion, but up until recently our water's been incredibly hard and I feel itchy coming out of the shower, and so I have been using a lot of lotion. We broke down and got a water softener here because I just couldn't take it anymore. I felt dry all the time. So anyway, this was a product that I bought at Kenneth's, which was a salon in Columbus, Ohio that I used to use, not for my hair, but I used to go to the spa quite a bit. And this is an amazing body lotion. It's from a brand called DermaMD. I will have to see if this is cruelty-free. This has been in my collection for probably 2 years, which is why I bought it before I went cruelty-free. That's how old it was. But this is loaded with sunflower seed oil, apricot kernel oil, squalane, algae, 3 different kinds of ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and then from what the esthetician at the spa was telling me, this is done at a very, they try to do this at a very small molecular level so that it really sinks into the skin. Her comment was a lot of the lotions that we use on a regular basis are very topical. The skin doesn't actually absorb them very well, and this was designed to actually get into the molecules of your skin at a very deep level. I love this. It has a very light scent to it. In fact, it must just be the plant oils that I'm smelling in here because I'm not even seeing any fragrance. Yeah, it's fragrance free, so it must just be the very light scent from the different oils that they're using. Anyway, I really, really enjoyed this. I need to do some research to see if DermaMD is cruelty free. But I'm gonna take a picture of this bottle because I would absolutely repurchase it if it is. Another product from Kenneth's, I have a new one of these going in my shower right now. This is their Color Moist Conditioner. It's an emollient-rich formula. This actually has a sunscreen in it. So if you are concerned about fading, this will help color stay on your hair longer because it actually protects from sun damage. So it's fantastic. It's got all kinds of hydrolyzed silk proteins, squalane, mango butter. Doesn't weigh my hair down. Smells absolutely amazing. Kenneth makes some of the nicest hair products on the market. I just love Kenneth's products. I will be ordering them now that I've left Columbus. I'll be ordering them and having them shipped here or picking them up when I go to visit people back in Columbus, but love this. Oh, I did have one Living Proof dry shampoo. Do love this, but everything I said earlier kind of stands. I've been using my Kristen Us one a lot more. We'll definitely wait for this to go half off and then I'd pick up another bottle. This is from Good Molecules. This is their niacinamide brightening toner. It has vitamin C, arbutin, licorice root. I love this toner. It is the second step of my skincare routine. Well, not really the second. At night, I do the double cleanse and then I put on my BHA exfoliant first, let that sink into my skin, and then I go on top with this toner. I love that I'm getting this super shot of niacinamide and licorice root and arbutin to my skin. Those are all fantastic ingredients for lightening and brightening your skin. Swear by this stuff. Really hydrating. Love that everything's in glass bottles. And once again, I have been sent some PR from Good Molecules, but I'm just so impressed with them as a brand. I bought stuff from The Ordinary, and like there's good products with The Ordinary, but I feel like what Good Molecules is doing is like they're keeping the price points of The Ordinary products kind of in line, but they're doing blends of things that are actually going to work really well together. Whereas The Ordinary is like, boom, here's this one thing, buy 3 other things to make a cocktail. These guys are making the cocktail for you in very effective ways. And when you research, what's interesting is when you Google like, okay, here's the 5 main actives in this toner, you find lots of articles saying that, wow, when you combine arbutin with vitamin C with niacinamide, that's like a trifecta, right? So they're making smart formulations. I have also, let's grab C2 here. I have gone through 2 of these silicone-free priming moisturizers. This has shea butter, macadamia nut seed oil, a plant-derived silicone alternative. This is my daytime moisturizer from the Good Molecules. I absolutely love it. We have another bottle going right now. My husband uses this as well. I like that it has a pump, so it pulls every piece all the way up to the very tippy top, and so you're not wasting any product. It's just a very lightweight moisturizer that lasts throughout the day, so I find it works incredibly well underneath makeup as well. This is a sunscreen from Erin's Faces. This is Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is their peptide sunscreen. It is a mineral-based titanium dioxide zinc oxide sunscreen. If you are not fair, I do think this is going to leave a white cast. I didn't personally have a problem with it, but I can definitely, it's pretty strongly white. So I think if you're tan to deep, this probably would be a pass for you. I did enjoy this one. I didn't find it to be incredibly hydrating. I think it's because it's got so much titanium dioxide and zinc oxide inside of it, which tend to be a little bit more mattifying. They are kind of getting around that by using aloe and glycerin and the peptides in here, which is very nice. I have just done enough research to realize that I want a higher level of SPF, which is why I probably won't be repurchasing this. I would like an SPF 50 on my face, and this is only going up to 30. So I am using one from Claire's, which is a Korean brand, and I'm really enjoying that one. So I think that's probably what I will stick with going forward. These were the last two Physicians Formula, the Perfect Matcha cleansing balms before Physicians Formula started selling in China, and I stopped buying from them. I do think you get a better value with the one from Good Molecules. It has almost twice as much product as it's in here. So I kind of felt like I was going through these pretty quickly, but I was also finding them on Amazon for a really affordable price, so I never felt like I was getting ripped off at a price per ounce perspective. I did really enjoy this one, but the one from Good Molecules is definitely my new favorite. I picked up a pack of eye gels from number 7. These are their Instant Results Revitalizing Hydrogel Eye Masks. I think these were nice, but I think I like the ones from Skyn, Iceland, and e.l.f. a lot better than even these, and they're a lot more affordable than these as well. So no complaints here, but definitely not enough of an upgrade to make me warrant purchasing them again. Went through some e.l.f. blotting sheets. I don't use these all the time, but every once in a while in the summertime, I do feel like I need some blotting, and so I've bought a number of these like little cheapy packs from e.l.f. I got a sample size as part of, I think it was my gift for my birthday at Sephora in June. This was the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. I did really enjoy this. I used it all up. It's got a really nice scent to it. My hair is healthy enough that I don't feel like I need a heavy mask. I started using it. In fact, I hadn't really used it until we moved out here, and then our water here was so hard that I was like, it was stripping everything out of my hair and my skin. And so I used this to kind of counteract the water hardness, and I definitely feel like it helped, but I don't feel like this is a product that I need in my life now that my water is softened and it's not stripping my hair anymore. And my hair is not like, my hair's in pretty good shape because I haven't done a lot of bleaching or crazy dyeing to it. So that's not true. I dye it all the time. I just don't bleach it all the time. So it's not dried out. So I do really like this mask. I think if you're looking for a good deep conditioning mask, this is a great one. I just don't personally need it in my collection. I have a couple bottles of the Good Molecules Discoloration Serum. I've gone through these. They have reformulated this, and it has a much more intense active ingredient list to it. It is also now in not a clear bottle, but it's in a brown bottle to help keep those actives safe. And now they're actually publishing their exact formula on the back, so you can actually see what percentage of the actives in their discoloration serum are actually included. So I do really like this. I do think it helps lighten any acne spots, helps heal acne spots. I don't necessarily feel like it's like massively getting rid of my sunspots, but I do feel like it makes my skin brighter, and I do feel like it helps get rid of other redness on my skin and heal blemishes. So I do like this discoloration serum. It is the serum I use morning and night most days. I knew it. Another bottle of Curology was hiding down at the bottom. Prior to using the Good Molecules toner, I was using one from Claire's. This is their Supple Preparation Unscented Toner. I do really like this. If you're looking for a toner that's just hydrating, is going to balance the pH of your skin so that your other actives get into your skin better. I would definitely recommend this one. It's loaded with hyaluronic acid, beta-glucans, Centella asiatica oil extract. So it's got great things in it. It's deeply moisturizing. Absolutely agree with that. And it's unscented and very gentle. I will say, I think I like getting a little bit of those actives from the Good Molecules one, and they're about the same price. So I loved this for years. I went through many, many bottles of it, but I think I prefer the one from Good Molecules now. Finally used up a Grande Lash. I do use this probably 3 or 4 times a week. Probably every other day on my lashes. I do think it has helped my lashes grow and then maintain a length. Paula's Choice 2% BHA. I mentioned this earlier. This is my first step morning and night. I absolutely swear by this stuff. It says it unclogs and shrinks enlarged pores. Yep, huge. Smooth and even skin tone. Yep. And then it's mixed with, let's see, butylene glycol and hyaluronic acid, so it's not as drying and stripping as many other BHAs I think are on the market. So I swear by this stuff. It's a cult classic for a reason. A couple of little Stila glitters that I have used up. They look like they're full, but they're not. They're like completely, like, I can't get anything else out of them. It's like next to nothing will come off. They're almost dried out at that point. I used them. I liked having these minis because I felt like I wasn't using them a ton. And so this was a mini set I probably purchased, I don't know, maybe 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And I don't use them all the time. So I feel like this was an effective way to have these in my life. And I will tell you, I think the e.l.f. glitters are every bit as nice as the Stila ones, so I will probably just be buying the e.l.f. ones from now on when I want this type of product in my life. This is my nighttime moisturizer. So this is from a brand called, this is from COSRX. This is a Korean brand that is cruelty-free. This one is really thick. Like really thick. When it squirts out, you're like, ooh, but it melts into your skin incredibly well. And it is loaded with Centella asiatica leaf water. It's our #1 ingredient, butylene glycol, which is a really great ingredient to help things sink into your skin better. Glycerin, sunflower seed oil, then capryl glycerates, and then it's also loaded with ceramides, which ceramides they're what kind of causes your skin cells to kind of plump and stick together. It's kind of the glue, and your body stops making ceramides as we get older. And so part of the reason your skin doesn't have that sort of suppleness that it used to have is because of loss of ceramides. Now, ceramides, unlike other things in our skin, you can actually replenish through topicals. So I'm a big believer in keeping my skin plump with ceramides, and this is the one that I've been using at night. It's nice and thick and heavy, but sinks in really well and just does great things for my skin. It also is fragrance free. So I love this guy. And I also kind of love, it's in a toothpaste type container, but it's great because I was able to squeeze out every last bit of this. This is a little, I think it was a sample size, but it's the Tartist clay paint liner. These are kind of interesting because they have this little like well up here at the top, and you squirted it out, and then you could pick it up on a brush and then put it on your eyes. I kind of loved this product, and I really liked this bronze shade in particular, which is why I used it up. I don't know as if it would go out of my way to repurchase it because I think at my heart and soul, I'm just a pencil girl. I just like the smudgy effect that I can get with a pencil liner, but this was really nice. Couple bottles of Sub-Q eyes from Hylamide. I swear by this stuff. It is an eye serum. I tap it underneath my eyes and also on my eyelids. It's safe for use on eyelids. It has a number of different peptides packed into it, including one, I can't think of the name of it. I'll put it up here on the screen, but it's kind of topical Botox. It kind of relaxes the lines underneath your eyes while hydrating the heck out of them. So it's a temporary effect, but it's one I definitely notice a big difference with. And so when I'm not using this Sub-Q eyes and I'm just using a moisturizer, I always feel like my eyes are looking a little bit more crepey and wrinkly. Pop this on first, let it sink in, and then tap a little eye cream over the top, and it does great things for my under eyes. Speaking of under eyes, this is my nighttime eye cream. This is a retinol eye cream from Pixi Beauty. It is their soothing eye cream. I wanted to get a retinol underneath my eyes, but I didn't want to use my tretinoin. It just seemed a little strong. So I haven't been putting my prescription strength retinol underneath my eye. I've been using an over-the-counter retinol in this Pixi product under my eyes at night, and I do really like it. I think it's thick, it's hydrating. You probably use this all the time, but I use a gel moisturizer during the day and then use this more creamy one at night. Digging down deep. All right, what do we got in here? I used up my Misha Perfect BB Cream. This is part of my Project Pan, so you're getting a bit of a notice there. This thing is completely empty. I have squirted out as much as I can get out of it. I love this product. I hate that it's not cruelty free, so I won't be repurchasing it. I was in shade 21. And then I also used up this Rimmel Fix and Perfect. This was also part of my Project Pan. It's a nice smoothing basic primer. I think there's other ones like this out on the market. In fact, the Ordinary's High Adherence Silicone Primer, very, very similar to this. So if you're wanting more of a hydrating and smoothing type primer, I would definitely point you towards the Ordinary. Couple lip balms. I have one from Glossier. This is the balm.com in coconut. I love this. It is a petroleum-based lip, not lip gloss, lip balm. And then this is one from Jack Black. This is their grapefruit and ginger lip balm. Very similar type products, petroleum based. I like those occlusive type lip balms. This is not what I'm going to put on my lips when I feel like my lips are incredibly chapped. Like if my lips are incredibly chapped, this is not going to soothe or heal them. But if I can keep my lips from ever getting to that point, this is all I need at night because it lasts all night. Unlike lip balms that I feel like are trying to like heal, they don't last as long. I feel like they last like an hour or two and then you got to reapply. These, because they're completely occlusive, are locking in all the moisture in your lips and they're still on my lips when I wake up in the morning. I like both of these equally. I think the Jack Black one is a little bit more, it's a little more affordable. Let's see, you're getting, well, they're probably about the same price. You're getting 0.25 ounces in here and 0.5 ounces in here. So they're probably about the same price per ounce. I used up one of these Good Molecules Ultra Hydrating Facial Oils. It's a blend of camellia and sea buckthorn oil. I do want to actually reorder one of these. I am just about, I have a rosehip oil from them, but I feel like it's starting to have a bit of a plasticky type note, and that is usually a sign that the oil is going rancid. They are not using any sort of preservatives inside of here. They're really relying on basically sunlight not getting in here and then not a lot of air because you're just using this tiny dropper to keep it protected. But you really do have to watch for oils to go rancid if you're not having any sort of preservation agent in there. I appreciate these tiny little bottles because I think you stand a much better shot of getting through them without needing preservation because you'll use it up before it goes bad. All that to say, I will repurchase this one. I do really enjoy it. This has been my daytime eye cream for a long time. It's First Aid Beauty Triple Remedy AM Gel Cream. I have one of these active going in my drawer right now. First Aid Beauty went to China, so I went on I thought I was about out of the one that was in my drawer, so I went on a prowl to find another one, and I think I bought one from Mad Hippie. It's downstairs. Anyway, and then this thing has continued to go strong in my drawer, so I don't know when I'm going to run out with another one of these, but that will be the last one that I purchase, and I'm, like I said, on the prowl for a new gel AM sort of eye cream that I can use. A couple makeup products. Used up a CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. Still remains one of my favorite mascaras of all time. It's got a hourglass shaped wand to it, and I find it's just the right size to get all of my lashes without it ending up all over my face. And then I've used up, the writings come off of these. These were from AOA Studio. It was their Fiber Brow Gel in medium brown. They've stopped making this product, so I've gone back to using my Essence Make Me Brow instead, because I'm just not looking to spend a ton of money on eyebrow gel. I want a fiber brow gel that's tinted, that works really well, that cost me less than $5. These were $1 each, so I'm kind of bummed I can't get them anymore. The ones from Essence, I think, are $2.99, so, you know, not exactly breaking the bank there. Last two products. This is a Laneige Cushion Concealer. Use this up as part of my project pan. It had sort of a cushiony thing at the top for dotting around. It was a really nice product. Unfortunately, Laneige is not cruelty free, so used it up, but it was really lovely while I was using it. And then this is from Maybelline. This is one of their Total Temptation brow definers. I do really like this, but it is easily duped with lots of cruelty-free brands. So I was trying to use up some of my brow products that were from non-cruelty-free brands to get them out of my collection. This was very nice, but I've got lots of other things that are just like this from e.l.f. and Flower and others. And oh basket, folks, we have completely emptied this out. The pile on my floor here is slightly terrifying. There is so much here. It's kind of shocking. But this has been building for a very long time, so this video is probably an hour long. I tried to make it snappy and get through this, but just to talk about that many products is gonna take some time. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and all of the many empties that I have worked my way through. Let me know down in the comments if there are favorite products that you spotted that we share in common, or what product you are just going through bottle after bottle inside of your collection. Be very curious to see what are the staples that you feel like you always see yourself using up. Hope you guys are having a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.